Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Cultural Confederacy. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm planning to do something a little bit different for Thanksgiving. I'm going to do chicken and stuffing with bacon, some other goodies rather than the traditional turkey this year. And yes, I am here again with my corncob pipe and my breakfast blend coffee. I'm really getting into this breakfast blend coffee. I usually smoke my donut shop coffee. And I'm finding out that you have to kind of adjust the amount of grounds you use for the breakfast blend so it's not too strong because it's more of a brighter blend. And I'm smoking some Sir Walter Raleigh. That was me pounding my coffee mug on the counter. I'm really mad at this verdict in this case. So what I want to talk about in this video is the verdict that just came down in the Ahmuad Arbery trial. All three men, these defendants, found guilty of murder. Now, there's various charges, and I believe the father was found not guilty on one charge. The person who filmed this, we'll go through that in just a moment, was found not guilty on another charge. But I have to give a shout out to a really great website called Legal Insurrection, all the wonderful work that they're doing. So thank you for providing your services, your legal advice. It really helps with some of the videos here. And I know we talk on this channel about preserving our history and culture as Americans, bringing to light music by lesser-known composers, celebrating great art, great music. But part of American culture is our justice system. And there's been a lot of talk recently because of the verdict in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial that the system is rigged against certain communities, certain people. And this case today proved that that is not true because 11 of the jurors in this trial were white. You had 11 white jurors, one black, so many men, so many women, and they all came to this unanimous decision that yes, these men were guilty of murder. So we're going to go through these charges here. So let me just tell you what it says here. Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael, and William Ryan Bryan are on trial on charges of murder and other felonies over the shooting death of Ahmuad Arbery on February 23rd, 2020. And I have to admit, I've been scratching my head on this case because I've just heard bits and pieces of it. I don't remember this incident happening in February of 2020. But let's go through these charges here. So the verdict is as follows. Count 1, malice murder for Travis McMichael, guilty. Greg McMichael, not guilty. William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder. Travis McMichael, guilty. Greg McMichael, guilty. Pardon me, let me take a sip of my coffee here. Throat's getting a little dry, a little scratchy. William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 3, felony murder. Travis McMichael, guilty. Greg McMichael, guilty. William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. Travis McMichael, guilty. Greg McMichael, guilty. William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. Travis McMichael, guilty. Greg McMichael, guilty. And William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 6. Well, I think there's 7. No, wow. There are 9 counts. 9 counts total here. So let me go back up to, I think we're on count 5, felony murder. Okay, so it gives the descriptions. I'm sorry, I meant to give you the descriptions here. So if we go back to, let's go back to count 2, because count 2 was aggravated assault regarding felony murder. Count 3, aggravated assault. Count 4, felony murder, false imprisonment. Count 5, felony murder, criminal attempt to commit false imprisonment. All 3 men were found guilty of that. Count 6, aggravated assault, assault with firearm, deadly weapon, to wit, a 12-gauge shotgun, guilty, guilty, not guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault, assault with a Ford F-150 pickup truck and a Chevy Silverado pickup truck. Travis McMichael, guilty. Greg McMichael, guilty. William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment, unlawfully confined and detained Ahmuad Arbery without legal authority, to wit, said accused did chase Ahmuad Arbery with a Ford F-150 pickup truck and a Chevy Silverado pickup truck through the public roadways of the Centilla Shores neighborhood and did confine and detain Ahmuad Arbery on Holmes Drive using said pickup trucks. Guilty, guilty, guilty. and count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony in violation of the personal liberty of Ahmuad Arbery, unlawfully chase Ahmuad Arbery through the public roadways of the Satilla Shores neighborhood in pickup trucks, and did attempt to confine and detain Ahmuad Arbery without legal authority on Buford Drive using a Ford F-150 pickup truck and a Chevy Silverado pickup truck. And all 3 men found guilty on that charge. So that is the latest. Let me read some of the comments here from Legal Insurrection. If the nails aren't clipped, you must acquit. That's reference to this comment that was made in court about the victim having long, this is what they said, if I'm not mistaken, long black toenails. If the nails aren't clipped, you must acquit. That's good. It just goes to show that you people are not dumb out there. You're paying attention to this stuff. Another person said, verdict is in. Apparently will be read before. No, well, this was before the verdict was read. So let's see. Okay, so this was before the verdict was read. These are prior comments. Don't see any. Let me see if they have any comments here after. Well, they might. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to go down to when these are read. Okay, so here's a good one here. Okay, 12:06 p.m. This is, I'm not going to say the person's name. It says, the Young Turks and Cenk Uygur. Oh my, that must have been a train wreck of the left for years. Okay, so this is quite a lengthy, I'm just going to read part of this, a lengthy post here. Okay, this is before the verdict was read. I didn't watch so they're mixing up when these posts were made. I didn't watch the entire trial, so I may have missed something, but I haven't seen or heard anything in the testimony arguments that suggest to me that Arbery was ever in fear for his life. He must have heard that the neighbors yelling about him as he exited the English house, and he may have seen them gesturing to each other, as he obviously knew at some point, that's in parentheses, that some of them were following him on the road, but he doesn't seem to have tried to get away from them instead of running off across a field or into another's house. Somebody else brought that up on YouTube. Why didn't this guy go to somebody's house and say, look, I'm being chased here, call the cops, to somebody else's backyard where the trucks wouldn't have been able to follow him? Arbery stayed on the road and stayed in view of the pursuers. He even jumped in on the side of Brian's truck on the driver's side for a while, which made Travis McMichael think he might be witnessing an attempted carjacking in progress, etc., etc. Okay, let's see if they have anything else here. Okay, 1:37 p.m. If you wait until after, then they're not predictions. I don't know what that's a reference to, but... Okay, 2:30 p.m. Someone posted, now that the verdict is in, I don't feel like joking around. It's kind of sad for everyone involved. 1:45 p.m. Count 6 seems to be an error for Greg because he did not have a shotgun. Regardless, the inevitable appeal will be interesting. So there is talk about that, putting this on appeal. And somebody else posted, 1:48 p.m. I would put the odds of this coming back on appeal at a greater than 50% chance based on instruction, error, and clarification about citizen's arrest. So once again, that law about citizen's arrest in Georgia is vague, and I think they're trying to toss that out. This one, this post here made it probably made up 150. No, they're sipping my coffee here. I don't know why my throat is giving me fits today. Maybe I should stop smoking a pipe, right? Never! No. So 1:53 p.m., the judge defined away citizen's arrest, retroactively repealing it from the bench. The convention's 8 under ex post facto law. Somebody else posted shortly after, they should have duked it all out. Defense got sandbagged mid-trial. What a bunch of dopes. They were not prepared as usual. Okay, somebody... this is a reference to... what was that? Gosh, why am I not thinking of his name? That governor in the South. He made this very famous comment. Why is his name not coming to mind here? Wallace. Remember George Wallace? Segregation now, segregation forever, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. Whatever he said. So somebody posted, and this is all caps, by the way. Social distancing today, social distancing tomorrow, social distancing forever. And somebody got to the crux of the issue here, and I believe this is true. I agree with this 100%. It's difficult to avoid the fact that these men provoked the incident that led to the death of Arbery. Now, in this case, you have this issue of self-defense. That's what they were claiming is self-defense, because they claimed that Arbery was the one guy claimed that Arbery was going for his gun. He was going to use his fist against him, possibly grab his gun and shoot them. But there are stipulations with that in the law, which is, you can't provoke the incident. And let's say that you do provoke the incident, you have to have a really good damn reason why you used self-defense. And you have to prove it with evidence that, yes, you committed self-defense in this altercation because of X, Y, or Z. Okay, they go on to say, remember, being chased and threatened with a gun led to self-defense verdict for Rittenhouse, and I fail to see how it was any different for Arbery. What these men did is the definition of provocation. So Arbery, he misspelled here. Arbery's attack on one of the gun wielders was completely justified as an act of self-defense. Now remember, in the Rittenhouse trial, though, we have videos showing that Rittenhouse was being chased. He was not the aggressor in that situation. He was being chased and attacked by the mob, by Joseph Rosenbaum. Anthony Huber, I believe, was the one that hit him in the back of the head twice with a skateboard. He was on the ground, or he tripped and fell. He was on the ground, and you had this, drop kick guy, whatever they're calling this guy, roundhouse guy. He had tried kicking Kyle Rittenhouse in the face. So the video clearly shows, I mean, you can't deny it, that Rittenhouse was indeed acting in self-defense. He was being attacked from all sides. This is a different case here. And this is the problem people make. They blur things together. You can't blur two cases together. Each case is different. It's going to have a different outcome with the verdict. And the jury has got to look at all the evidence in the case. So once again, for all those of you saying that the system is rigged against you, this case today, the verdict in this case, or in this trial, proved that that's not the case. You had 11 white jurors and 1 black on this jury that all reached the same conclusion, that these men were guilty of murder, or on these various charges. They may have not been guilty on a particular charge, but overall they were guilty. And so I applaud the jury for making the right decision here. So I thought I'd go through these comments, give you the latest in this case, that yes, it is a guilty verdict, guilty of murder for all 3 men. So if you like the video, please click that like button, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram at hashtag JasonComposes. Leave comments below. Now you can reach me at Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter. And I will catch you next time. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody, and God bless this great country.